Transmog doesn't sell. You're doing it wrong. Today we will be going over how to make millions with Transmog, combining the theory and practical ways we can go about doing this. So without further ado, let us begin. To make gold with Transmog, you need a few factors in play. These are variety, quantity, and time. You're going to need a lot of patience. Transmog selling is a long-term way of making gold, and as such you will need these main factors in order to make gold with Transmog. You will need a variety of items, as people will be searching for unique and or different items from player to player. Quantity meaning that you have to have a lot of stock of your varieties. And of course, time and patience and long-term thinking when approaching making gold with Transmog. This is what I like to call the bare bone basics of making gold with Transmog. To get started with Transmog, there is a common rule of thumb for getting started. This is that you need at least 1,000 items on the auction house. This is a good general rule of thumb for a new player getting into this market. This is used for players mainly so they will see returns for selling all Transmog that they gather. However, once you have established yourself into this market, you will want to move away from this type of thinking. This is because this rule is great for getting people started and does meet the requirements for variety and quantity, though this can be done much better if you know what to look for. There are really only two ways to approach Transmog selling. This is low yield, high volume, which is generally used for the 1,000 item rule. However, you are also able to do this over time and scale much better with being more selective on what you are selling. This is with high yield items. The thing you'll be looking for is when you are doing a Transmog farm, you'll be wanting to search for the top items. These can be things over a certain gold value. Some people go for over 1,000 gold value before selling, but the better way is to go for selling items with unique appearances or low drop chance items. A good example for both is the 𝐴𝐴 Fez. This item can be farmed from Alderman and has a unique appearance to go with this. This item goes for a stupidly good price due to this and a low drop chance that goes alongside. These are the high yield items that should be focused on. Transmog farming is more about repetition and RNG. Sometimes you gain something amazing that sells for a lot of gold. Other times you can leave with nothing, so you must factor this in. By only going for high yield items reduces the amount you repost on the auction house, essentially min-maxing the selling process, and as such is what I would recommend once I have broken into the market with the low yield method. So this begs the question, what should I be farming? Well, this could be a long-winded answer as there are tons of Transmog farms, but if you are getting started into Transmog selling, I would always recommend Zul'Farrak, Diamond, Razorfen Cruel, and Razorfen Downs. These are great for the low yield method and also have the RNG for high yield to work well too. This is where I would start if I would had to begin again, and generally you will be wanting to farm these dungeons for at least 5 hours at the bare minimum for each dungeon to pad out your auction house and increase the chances of you to gain those high-end Transmog items. You are also able to scale better with crafted Transmog alongside farm Transmog on an off note as well, but this is more catered towards farming Transmog than crafting. That is a video in and of itself. Another factor that should be taken account of is of course your server. Overall, Transmog sells better with more players on a server. Yes, this is correct, but a factor is RP servers. Role-playing servers are better as more people will want to purchase unique items for their role-playing characters. So for the Transmog market, you will want to ideally be on a medium to high pop RP server for the best returns. Now, don't get me wrong, you can still make gold on lower pop servers, but we are talking about maximizing, not getting by. Hence, we would want to find the best server, which though in my years of testing is RP servers. Hence why I switched my servers in Legion due to this, and I moved to Argent Dawn EU. So in conclusion, and to sum it all up, aim for 1000 high yield or low yield items depending on your goals. Scale further with higher end transmog. This includes farmed and crafted transmog. Farm multiple dungeons for a variety of items and rinse and repeat. Hopefully this answers any questions to get you started with transmog farming. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.